Hello all my chickadees! Welcome back to the nest! Today we're going to be checking out a game called Killswitch. Now this is a demo. The full game is still in development at the moment, but let's check this out because it looks really cool. I mean, first off, look at this character. Look at this character right here. He's a pretty boy! Look at him! And he's got like little fox ears. Heck yeah. Heck yeah, I want to know more about this. I want to know more about this. So we're going to learn more about this right now. You wake with a start. A distant, rolling boom violently shakes you from your sleep. Your heart silently jackhammers in your chest. After realizing you are part of the waking world, you relax a bit. It takes some time to adjust to the dimly lit room. Your mind is foggy and your mouth is dry like cotton. Maybe downing that whole bottom shelf booze last night wasn't such a great idea after all. What was your name again? Man, we so drunk we forgot our name. That's something there. Sparrow! Of course, I know my name is Sparrow. I'm not that hungover. With a groan of protest from your worn-out bed springs, you roll onto your side. Sitting atop your bedside table is a battery-operated alarm clock. A reliable substitute should a power outage or dead phone battery keep you from waking up on time. The alarm clock reads 8:23 a.m. You're scheduled to be at work at 8:30 today. Oh no! We have 7 minutes? How far away is work? Shit. I better get up now if I want to make it to work on time. Will you sleep in? Go to work. Okay. It's already gonna be fun. Okay. Ow! Well, I guess we need to go to work, right? What would happen if we slept in? Let's sleep in. On second thought, you aren't paid nearly enough to deal with the amount of crap thrown at you on a near daily basis at work. Taking the bed wouldn't be so bad. Taking the day wouldn't be so bad, would it? You shrug as you shoot a text to your supervisor letting them know you'll be calling off today, and you close your eyes and fall back asleep. You eventually wake up to the second time this morning when your phone buzzes. A notification pops up reminding you of your to-do list of various errands and chores. Feeling well rested and in a much better mood with the day ahead of you, you roll out of bed. You make yourself the sorriest excuse for breakfast: hummus on toast. Not much of a meal can be made when the only things edible in your fridge are various condiment packets from last night's takeout. You scarf down your sad breakfast nonetheless and head out. The rain had subsided at this point, which was great news for you. The better part of the afternoon is spent getting your errands done. Italian bread and biscuits. The familiar scent of fresh baked goods catches your stomach's attention as it growls in response in the delicious aroma. You follow your nose over to a small bakery. Nah, cat. Okay. Yep. Our daily cat visit has happened. This is the perfect opportunity for you to take a break and fill your tank. You browse what little they have left for sale. Once your snack is purchased, you hurry to the park across the street. Not a single soul in sight, aside from the mourning doves scattered around that take flight as you approach a lone bench. You take in the first bite of the pillowy, soft pretzel, and all but moan in delight. Only now do you realize how hungry you were. This pretzel was made by the Divines, or maybe it tastes divine since you're starving. I guess that hummus and toast is already worn off by now. Regardless, it's quick work finishing off this lightly salted treat, listening to the soft ambient sound of nature. Suddenly, you feel very aware of your surroundings. A sinking feeling washes over you as the hairs on the back of your neck stand on end. Something feels off, and you can't seem to place it. That unnerves you greatly. Your flight response is triggered, and at this moment you wish to be anywhere else but in this saluted area. Before you can discern the cause of the feeling, you're on your feet, practically running back to the trail. Oh, we got some bad vibes, did we? Once you're back in a more populated area, you let out the breath you unintentionally had been holding. That was weird. You didn't see anyone else there, yet felt as if your life was in danger. Hey, it's good to go by your gut instincts sometimes, okay? You calm yourself and try to shake off the tense feeling as you go about the rest of your day as per usual. You're so preoccupied with your errands, it's well past 5 p.m. and the sun is already setting. Better hurry to the store if you're grocery shopping. Wouldn't want to walk home in the dark. No! After, having bad feelings right there, we don't want to walk home during the dark. That would suck. I'd be, so on edge already. Scanning the parking lot, you notice the only other cars are in the designated staff-only parking area. Near. As you walk into the store, you're keenly aware of the lack of customers. Aside from the occasional employees stocking inventory, there's no one else around you. You must have just missed the rush hour. You grab a handbasket and start tossing things inside. Fresh produce, cooking oil, noodles, some snacks and the like. They say it's a bad idea to shop on an empty stomach, but you have been full of bad ideas lately. What's one more? Oh gosh, if you shop on an empty stomach, you're gonna end up buying the entire store. Because you're gonna be like, oh, this sounds good. Oh, that sounds good. Oh no. You make your way to the meat aisle, wanting to browse the markdown section for tonight's dinner. Satisfied with your selection, you make your way to the register with a full basket. There's someone standing in line in front of you. Okay, only thing we got to do is wait our turn. You enter the line as there's only one cashier available. The guy ahead of you is almost finished with checkout. He looks annoyed, but that's none of your business. You stand in silence, waiting your turn patiently. He silently takes his things and leaves. You pay for your items and exit the store. Alright, we've been having a chill day today. You arrive home unceremoniously, shedding your soaked shoes and pants as soon as you make it past the threshold. You put away your groceries that you don't need for dinner tonight. Hastily, you prepare dinner. The savory aromas from the cooking makes your mouth water. You enjoy your hot meal after a long day. It really hits the spot. After dinner, you wash up and get ready for bed. Sleep was ready to claim you as you pull back the covers and climb into bed. As soon as your head hits the pillow, your eyes immediately become heavy. Hey, we had a busy day of not doing much. We ran some errands. Hey, that counts. Everybody needs a lazy day. The warmth of your cozy bed and constant pattering of rainfall lulled you into a deep, dreamless sleep. You were not disturbed by the drowning sounds from the raging storm. Sleep tight, little rabbit. I'll see you tomorrow. What? You reached or into the demo. Thank you for playing Killswitch. Follow the game for more updates. So I hit the safest route first. Don't worry. I'm gonna go back in. But so were we having such a chill day because he was following us the whole time? Okay, let's load again. We are going to go to work today. With an annoyed grumble, you hastily tumble out of bed and get ready in record time. On your way out, you grab your bag and tug on a raincoat and slamming the door with little more force than necessary. The rain was just a light sprinkle now, much lighter than when you first woke up. Normally, raining days are a source of your entertainment, but right now it's just another annoyance. Luckily, your apartment is just walking distance from your job. You trudge down the wet street, avoiding puddles along the way. You arrive just in the nick of time for your shift. Oh, do we work at a bookstore or a library? You quickly put up your belongings and coat and slip on your name tag. Your morning routine consists of collecting books from the night shop and reshelving them. You make a beeline towards the front of the library. However, your attention is drawn to the person standing right in front of it. There he is! Oh, I love it in color. Look at that. Oh, he's so cute. I love his tail and ears. He's definitely a fox, right? He's definitely a fox. A tall, lanky man casually browses the Book of the Week display. You feel a small amount of pride as you had the pleasure of setting it up the night before. The stranger takes the book from the shelf and flips it to the back to read the synopsis. You take a breath and a second to get into your customer service persona as you approach, taking care to make some noise not to startle him as you approach. Good morning. My name is Sparrow. Are you finding everything okay? His ears flick at attention before his gaze meets yours. He looks at you with soft, doe-like eyes through long, lush lashes. He smiles warmly at you. Sparrow? Such a lovely name. However, I think Rabbit is more fitting after all. Don't you think? He winks at you in a playful manner, like it's an inside joke between the two of you. You nod your head and smile back sheepishly, not fully understanding his meaning. Seriously, who says that? And was he really flirting with you right now? And what did he mean by after all? He seemed to pick up on your confusion immediately, whether by the face you're making or the growing stretch of awkward silence. He doesn't express disappointment, more along the lines of understanding and maybe a bit of embarrassment. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess you don't remember me. Though I'm not surprised. It has been a while since you last saw me. I was a lot shorter, scruffier, and was more ears and tails than child. My mind is short-circuiting, and if my confusion wasn't apparent before, it sure is showing itself now. Something about him seems so familiar, yet you can't seem to put your finger on it. Do I really know him? Oh, here we go. So, is it possible we knew him as children? Because he said, he was more of a kid. Did you grow into your ears, buddy? Let's be nice and say yes. You squint your eyes as you try to place a name to the face. And suddenly, like a light switch being flipped on, it all comes back in a rush. It's him, the little beastkin from your neighborhood. You hadn't thought about the overexcitable boy who would come over and play with you for hours on end. You didn't have many friends when you were growing up, but you did have him, your very best friend. And we forgot about him? No! We're horrible. His name was Clove. You immediately throw your arms around his midsection and hold on to him in the tightest of bear hugs. He flinches, not from the contact itself, but more so from the sudden closeness. Instead of moving away, he leans in and wraps his arms around your body in a gentle yet firm hold as he reciprocates the hug. Aww. You only now realize just how much he towers over you. Your face is tucked right between his pecs, as a familiar sound of his beating heart thrums softly in your ear. Oh wow, he did get tall then. He's like over a head taller than us. Dang, dude. He did grow into his ears. Before things get awkward, you pull back and share a smile with him. Holy crap, Clove. I haven't seen you since we were in grade school. How have you been? You look good. You look good? Of all the things you could have said, why would you say that one? His smile doesn't quite meet his eyes. Before you can backpedal or embarrass yourself further, he jumps in. Oh, thank you. You know how it is, just trying to survive. He chuckles softly, or as soft as he can. For a man as unassuming as you look, he has a deep timbre to his voice. Oops, I've been giving him a high voice. I guess I need to switch to a deep voice now, right, guys? I hear that. That's the most you could do sometimes. I had no idea you still lived here. Yep, I'm still here. Living in a small town can be difficult, but it feels like home, It's nice to have something to come back to. He looks almost wistful as he speaks. Oh yeah, I get what you mean. I just recently moved back home after finishing up college, and here I am. You spread out your wings as if to emphasize your meaning. He chuckles and gives a slight nod. It's good to see you, Rabbit. There's that nickname again. Rabbit. You remember he would call you that when you were kids. You don't exactly remember the reasoning behind the choice of nickname, but it just stuck. It might have been an insult long ago, however, when he says it now, it's like the sweetest thing to have ever touched his lips. His knowing smile seems to let on you were both having the same thoughts. Well, I'd love to stay and chat some more, but I really need to get going. If my disappointment shows, Clove doesn't react to it. Oh, okay. Don't let me keep you. It was good to see you again, Clove. We exchange another hug goodbye. However, this time he inclines his head towards mine. His breathing hitches softly in his throat as my scent floods his senses. What was meant to be a friendly hug immediately turns into something more personal. But before you have the chance to do or say anything that might implicate you, he breaks the hug. After we part, he looks like he wants to say something more. However, he just waves in farewell on his way to the door. You want to stay and talk more, but there's a queue forming at the checkout desk, and you're the only one here. What will you do? Okay, what are we gonna do? We can ask him to hang out or say goodbye. Ask him to hang out. Be nice. Screw it. This might be your one and only opportunity. Yeah, because, we don't have his number or nothing. If he disappears, he disappears. You swallow the lump in your throat and take the plunge. Hey, do you want to come over and hang out tonight after work? His face lights up immediately. Really? I'd love to. His smell is infectious as you grin like an idiot. Awesome. Here's my address. Drop by any time after 6 p.m. I'll see you then. You quickly scribble your information on a slip of receipt paper. You hand the paper with your information on it over to him. He doesn't skip a beat as he takes it from you, not even bothering to look at it before he tucks it in his pocket. Do you already know where we live, buddy? I wouldn't miss it for the world. And with that, he's gone, leaving me to my wandering thoughts. Work was uneventful and slow. Normally, these kinds of work days bore you to tears. But today, your mind buzzes with the thoughts of Clove. You racked your brain for dinner ideas tonight. What if he has dietary concerns or any food allergies? Surely he's not a picky eater and will be fine with whatever you decide to make. Right? You recall a time in your youth when he'd stay for dinner and would clean his plate, even on meatloaf nights. Clove sure had an appetite. He was a glowing boy. Of course he had an appetite. He definitely grew. You smile as you reminisce about the memories of Clove in your youth. And soon enough, your shift comes to an end. You gather your belongings and head out. Your stomach painfully rumbles for sustenance, a silent reminder that you should stop by the grocery store on your way home. Scanning the parking lot, you notice the only other cars are in the designated staff-only parking area. As you walk into the store, you're keenly aware of the lack of customers. Aside from the occasional employee stocking inventory, there's no one else around but you. You must have just missed the rush hour. Okay, this is the same as before. Ah! We can say hi now! It's Clove! Clove doesn't notice you as his attention is focused on paying for his groceries. His face is difficult to read, but he looks like he's deep in his thoughts. Hey there, stranger. Come here often? You cringe internally at the corny line. Oh, look at his ears! Oh, he's blushing! Clove jumps in surprise and whips his head in your direction. He looks like he just got caught with his pants down. Sparrow! Hi. I didn't think I'd be seeing you again so soon. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I forgot I had to pick up a few things after work. I decided to get it done while it wasn't swamped in here. Yeah, I love his ears. Clove nods his head along in agreement. Before they can say anything else, the cashier hands him his receipt, ready for the next customer. Oh, that's my cue. I guess we can chat later tonight. he says matter-of-factly, like I could have possibly forgotten about our plans. You smile and wave him farewell as he takes his leave. See you then, you call after him. You pay for your items and exit the store. You arrive home and change out of your soaked shoes and clothes and into something dry and comfortable. You start preparing dinner for your guests tonight. You had planned on making it a simple stir-fry, which would take no time at all. The savory aroma of your cooking fills your apartment quickly, making your mouth water. You set the table and set dinner out on the table. Blah, 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 blah. I can't talk. You set the table and set dinner out on the table. You glance over at your phone for the time. That must be him. You rush over to open the door. Hi, come on in. You open the door for him to enter. Thank you for having me over. Of course, I'm glad you decided to come. You lead him over to the small kitchenette table. Have a seat, dinner is ready. You serve him his plate and sit down across from him. Conversation is sparse at first, but you were both too busy eating. He seems to be enjoying his meal, and you make a mental note. As dinner wraps up, you attempt to clean up and put away the dishes. Clove, ever the gentleman, offers to help with the dishes despite your protest. You are still very grateful for the offer. Not wanting the evening to be over just yet, you think fast. Do you want to watch a movie? You remember there was this flick that just came out you wanted to see. Sure, what do you have in mind? We're like, we don't want you to go yet, stay! The two of you make your way to the living room and park yourselves on the couch. What kind of movies do you like? There's this movie that just came out. It's about a medical student's spiral into madness when the reagent he invents, originally meant to speed up the body's healing project, reanimates the dead. Oh, that sounds interesting. Let's watch it. He tucks his long legs under his body and sits comfortably on the couch. You follow him as you put the film on. Once again, you fall into comfortable silence as the attention is focused on the film. A tiny yawn escapes you. Clove shifts in his seat, leaning in towards you slightly as he tries to find a comfortable spot on your old, worn-out couch. His arm is draped around the back of the furniture. Oh, he's doing the move. You know, where you yawn, you stretch, and you lay your arm out over the back of the seat. He attentively watching the movie, totally engrossed. Save. Okay, we're gonna snuggle. We're snuggling. We're snuggling. You lean into his side and gently rest your head on his shoulder. In turn, he drapes his arm over you and rests his head atop yours. Oh, we cuddling. Before long, you hear a soft rumbling sound. It's coming from Clove. Is he purring? Is he purring? Is he purring? Is he? Clove, are you purring? He was purring. His body goes rigid at your sound. At your side, and the sound immediately cuts off. No! No. Are you? His tail fluffs up as well, and it reminds you of a spooked cat. You hide your smile in the folds of his shirt as you snuggle up close to him, resting your head on his chest. Oh, that is adorable, he was purring. I must be hearing things, I suppose. His posture relaxes when you purr against him. Soon you hear an unmistakable purr resonating from Clove's core, much softer than before. He's purring again. Your eyelids grow heavy as you struggle to keep them open. The droning TV is only background noise as you're lulled to sleep by the white noise. I mean, purring is like the best way to fall asleep, I swear. Anytime my cat like curls up in bed with me and like starts purring, I am out. I oversleep so bad. Because it just lulls you to sleep. You have reached the end of the demo. Thank you for playing Killswitch. Okay, so there's ending 2. That one was really sweet. Now, what happens? Okay, let's go to this one. Let's say move away instead of snuggling. Without a word, you shift away from him, propping yourself against the armrest as you curl into yourself. You're uncertain if his movements were an invitation for him to pull the moves on you, since his expression was hard to read. You liked his company well enough, but you didn't really know him that well. Granted, you knew the old him. However, you're no longer children, and you have no idea what kind of person Clove has become, for better or the worse. You turn your attention back to the movie, even if it's not as interesting as you hoped it would be. Your eyelids droop as you struggle to keep your head up. Clove clears his throat to grab your attention. Oh, Rabbit. Why didn't you tell me you were tired? I would have left sooner so you could have gone to bed. Your eyes snap open to see the movie had ended and you had obviously drifted to sleep. Oh, I'm sorry. I guess I was more tired than I realized. He laughs sheepishly as you get to your feet. Clove flashes that award-winning smile. It's pretty late, and you had a long day. I should probably head home then. Thank you for coming by tonight. I had a lot of fun. You walk him to the door. Thank you for dinner. It was amazing. Next time we hang out, you can cook us dinner. He smiles at you one last time for the night. Good night, Rabbit. I'll see you later. Good night, Clove. Be safe. Okay. That one ended okay. That was like friendly, you know, just ending. I still like the second ending best that we hit. Like with the purring. I don't think anything's gonna top the purring, but let's find out. Okay, what was this one? Okay, so this time we're just gonna say goodbye. Work was uneventful and slow. Normally these kind of work days bore you to death, but today your mind kept going back to Clove. You are now mentally kicking yourself for not giving him your number. Well, we did live in a small town. It would only be a matter of time before we ran into each other again, right? With an audible sigh, you gather your belongings and leave work. Your stomach painfully rumbles for sustenance. Okay. Scanning the parking lot, you notice the only other cars are in the designated staff-only parking area. Okay. Okay. Okay, so, if we just say goodbye to him, it ends the same as the first ending, where nothing happened. But apparently he's watching us still, because it's like, good night, little rabbits. Okay. What's gonna happen if we say... No, we don't remember him. Miss Clove, you know, like the spice. I'm sorry, I just can't seem to recall. Did we go to the same school, perhaps? You offer out of politeness, not really sure what to say. He seemed really jazzed to see you, and you were feeling guilty you couldn't place the name or the face of the stranger from your past. However, you are having a hard time recalling your distant memories. The atmosphere turns uncomfortable fast as you stand there awkwardly. Oh no, I'm sorry, baby. Sorry to bother you. I can see now isn't a good time. You don't catch what he said at first, but you see him looking over your shoulder at a queue that's starting to form at the front desk. Thank the divines for that one. Yeah, I should get back to work. You aren't sure how to disengage from the conversation, so you just dip out of it entirely. Well, that was awkward. Work was uneventful and slow. Normally these kind of work days have bore you to death. We did live in a small town. It would only be a matter of time before we ran into each other again, right? No, that's sad that we didn't recognize him. Oh, the guy must feel like so awkward. Oh, we can say hello. Hey, Clove. He turns to face you. Surprise flashes across his face. Oh, Sparrow. He seems genuinely surprised to see you. He fidgets with the hem of his sweater. So, I wanted to apologize about earlier at the library. I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, and if I did, I'd like to make it up to you. Would you like to go out to dinner? Your expression softens at his awkwardness. It sounded rehearsed, like he was waiting to see me again. Do you want to have dinner with Clove? Yes. We do. Yes. This was your chance. You had wished you had another chance to spend more time with Clove. And by the looks of it, Clove was having the same thoughts. How about we have dinner at my place instead? You raise your basket as in to entice him. Just bring yourself and your appetite, of course. I could do that. He couldn't possibly grin any wider than he currently was. In turn, it causes you to smile. Give me your phone real quick. I'll give you my number and we can share details. He pulls out his phone and tacks away at the screen. He hands it over so you can input your phone number. He shoots you a quick text to let you save his number in his phone as well. You part ways as you walk in the opposite directions, heading home. I'll see you tonight. Oh, that's nice. It turned from, I'm sorry we don't recognize you, to, hey, you want to have dinner? So that's nice. Okay, is this going to be the same? Okay, yeah, this is the same as before. Okay. That was nice. I'm glad it turned around like that. I bet if we hit no, it's gonna end like the first ending. Sorry, Clove. Today just isn't a good time. I think I'm just gonna go home and rest. Oops, I went too fast. You feel a pang of guilt, but it's the best to let him down easy, instead of getting his hopes up with a maybe or another time. His body is stiff as a board, and his expression is strained, like he's struggling to hold it together. Hey, I get it. I understand. That was really sudden to ask like that. You can't blame a guy for asking, right? His laugh is strained, almost like it's forced. Maybe some other time? The cashier graciously spares me from this painful conversation as I hand Clove his receipt. He grabs his bag and rushes out of the store. Poor guy. He probably was just wanting to get to know me better, and I had to shoot him down like that. You feel even more guilty for rebuffing him for the second time today. You put the thought away from your mind as you pay for your groceries and head home. Man, poor guy. We get denied twice. Oh, I hear footsteps. Oh, nice. So either way, he will be at our house. Okay, I think I've explored all the options except for the ... one. It's very foggy, but you still have the faintest memory of a boy from the cul-de-sac you used to live in when you were in grade school. You hadn't thought about your old playmate in decades. You recall not having much luck making new friends as an awkward kid, but he was the one constant in your young life. Well, he certainly grew into those years, all right. You draw a blank on his name. Oh, yeah, you used to live in the same street as me when we were kids. I'm sorry, I'm not very good with placing faces with names. What was your name again? He smiles with understanding. It's Clove, you know, like the spice. You slap your forehead with the palm of your hand. Ah, Clove! Yes, I remember now. How could I forget? A rhetorical question, of course, because you did forget. Quite easily. Just then, the bell at the front of the desk dings, followed by someone calling out for your assistance. Crap. Looks like you're needed. I won't keep you from work. I'm sorry, Clove. Maybe we can catch up another time? I'm sure. I'll see you around later. Oh, that's cool. Talk to him. Hey, Clove. He turns to face you. Surprise. Okay, let's see. Okay, and then it rolls back into do you want to have dinner? Okay, cool. So I think we've exhausted all the options in the demo here. It is being worked on. We're gonna snig up to him to get more purrs. It is still in development by the dev. So, oh, I'm interested because this can either get super cute or super dark. Because it's like, if you forget about him or ignore him or turn him down, he's gonna show up at your house anyway. He's just like, dude, hi. So he's definitely pulling the Yandere thing, right? Like keeping an eye on us and everything. Did he already know our address? Because he didn't even look at it whenever we gave it to him. He just put it straight in his pocket. So did he already know our address? That's the question. Alright. Well, thank you for joining me for this demo. As always, I'm going to have a link to the game page down below so you can go check it out for yourself and follow it if you like. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!